So we'll begin in a comfortable cross-legged position. If you have something to sit up on, you might grab that cushion, blanket, block. And we'll begin with eyes closed. And take the next few moments to settle in. Start to slow down your breath. And each time you exhale, let the exhale be an opportunity to release even more. You might be letting your shoulders drop or relaxing your face. And it could be letting go of thinking. Thoughts may pop in. You may find yourself planning or problem solving or ruminating. While we can't help what might pop into our heads, we can make it a habit of checking over and over again. What are you paying attention to? And then as often as needed, letting go. Letting go of everything outside of just right now, simply being in your body, feeling what's right here. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus. And feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout the practice. So let's start with a side bend. We'll bring the right arm up and over. You can lean onto your left hand or elbow, but try not to tip over off your right hip. Keep it grounded. Begin to circle your right arm back behind you as far back as you can. Really going to your edge, your full range of motion. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to a side stretch. And then curve your way through center all the way over to the other side. Opening out, fingers reaching, grounding down through the left hip this time. And then start to circle your left arm back behind you, reaching as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And again, curve through center, come all the way over to the first side. Take one big circle. When you get to the beginning, again, curve through center, all the way over, one big circle. When you get to the beginning, let's curve back to center and then hang down over the legs. And that could be onto your hands, your elbows, maybe folding all the way to the floor. And you don't need to fold more than you're able, just relaxing into the position you are in. What is there to let go of here? You can walk your hands in, rolling up. We'll bring hands to the floor behind us, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back, roll your elbows back. And then lift the chest. Take the chest as high as you can, like you're filling up a balloon, floating it up. And release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the leg so the other leg is in front or on top. Sitting tall, drop your right ear over to right shoulder. We'll press down through the left shoulder, looking for a stretch on left side of the neck. Rotate your chin to your chest, come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop, but now a little bit more through the right side, looking for a stretch on right side of the neck. And then rotate chin to chest, come back to the first side, and go back and forth a few times, little half circles or 3/4 circles. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let the elbows hang down, stretching the back of the neck. Release the arms down, head floats back up. And we'll bring hands to the floor behind us again. Shoulders roll back, elbows roll back. Puff up the chest, take it as high as you can. And then release. Come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's bring the feet to the floor, hip width apart. We'll shift hands to the floor in front of the feet. And then take a little rock front to back. As you rock your weight forward, you can look for a stretch through the toes. As you rock back, getting into calves, ankles, Achilles tendon. Go as slow as you need to. Each pose, each exercise exploring your body. Let's drop the heels, lift the hips, and shift your weight back to hang in ragdoll. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You might take a little sway or shake out. What is there to let go of here? Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat and step back into a high push-up position. Feel your core engaged, lifting up, the whole underside of the body lifting up, as if you could take your entire body a little higher away from the floor. Shift your weight forward to lower down, elbows hugging the sides. And then come into your back bend, and this could be low or high, cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. You can pedal out your feet or shift your hips side to side. As you settle onto 2 feet evenly, you might have your heels up or down, knees bent or straight. Exploring the pose, using everything you've learned about your body, about this shape. Using the real-time feedback your body's giving you. What are you noticing here? And then letting that be just like it is, however it feels, however it looks. Let's drop the knees and sink back to child's pose. Just practicing that as a good option, remembering that you have the option of resting anytime, whether you rest in this shape or a different one. It can be very useful to have moments of ease peppered in through the practice, so we have a chance to come back to center over and over again. Let's come back up through table, back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward and lightly hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold, let your head release fully. Inhale, up to standing, sweep the arms high. Exhale, arms press down. Standing tall, mountain pose. Take an extra breath or two here, feeling your feet into the floor. Engaging what's useful, letting go of what's not needed. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. And please take the time you need for all your transitions. Here, let's take 5 breaths, either in down dog or any other neutral shape. Could be child's pose, sitting, forearms, knees. One more deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, let's take the right leg up. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. You could also do this from hands and knees or from your forearms if that would work better for you. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times, big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, feel your feet, hips dropping, shoulders dropping, grounding down. Let's grab the left wrist and take it across for a little side bend. Come over to the other side, grab your right wrist, take it across. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body, letting go like ragdoll. Reach that back leg straighter, longer, higher, and even more surrender. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in. One more breath here. Release, hands to the floor. Make your way back to down dog. Could be through a vinyasa. Might be just stepping back or moving in any other way that feels right for you. Using your transitions as a time to take good care of yourself. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, bend your knee in and start circling. Try not to skip over the tight places. If anything, slow them down. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times, big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing. Hips low. And then grab your right wrist, take it across, little side bend. Come over to the other side, grab your left wrist. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time, the way you don't normally cross. Release, arms up. Tip forward. Standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. Reaching that back leg straighter, longer, higher. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one, inhale, arms up. What's dropping, what's grounding, what's releasing? What is there to engage, energize, expand? Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. And then into a good rest. If it's useful, close your eyes. One more deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take just the right arm up as we inhale. Exhale over to a side bend. Left arm can provide a little support. If you need more support, you might bend your elbow, really reach. Reach a little further out as you come up and then release down. Same thing other side. Big yawning side stretch. Reach a little further out to come up and release down. Interlace your fingers. Press out through the palms and then take your arms up by your ears. Shoulders drop, arms reach straight. And then rise up onto your toes for a little balance. So that could be just a slight lift of the heels, could be coming all the way up. You relax your face completely, even as you might be wobbling or falling. And then start to fold forward, staying in balance on the toes. You can bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet. Could be the upper legs, could be lower. A little bend in the knees may be useful to protect your hamstrings. Last couple seconds. Let's release. Drop the hands, drop the heels, drop your head, let that go. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Fully engaging everything that's useful to hold this shape and then stripping away. Could there be ease even in this powerful pose? Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Let's come into warrior three, shift forward and find your balance. If you want to make this easier, you could keep your torso high and your leg low. Prioritize the connection between your torso and your back leg. If you do want it tip further forward, just keep that connection. If you lose it, go back up to where you had it. Top of your head and left foot in relationship with one another, reaching away from one another. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one, just one breath. Release through your movement transition. Same thing other side. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. Customizing the outer shape so it suits your needs. And then how much can you feel inside of what you're doing? Step back. Warrior one. Release through your movement transition. And then letting go. Any neutral shape. Letting go of everything we've done, everything we might do. Just simply feeling what's right here. Last breath. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Arms up. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, one breath. Come in. Step back, warrior one. From here, let's open out, warrior two. Expanding grounding. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Reach out to come down. One more breath here. And let's release. Make your way back to down dog. So that could be through any movement. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, one breath. Step back, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle. One more breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Take your time. And then settle into some neutral shape, resting, letting go. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. From here, let's come into a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Work the palms towards the center of the chest. As you're twisting, can you lengthen? Feel your head and tailbone reach away from one another. Come back to center, hips low, arms high. Same thing other side, right elbow across. Work the palms towards the center of the chest. Last breath here. Come back to center, hips low, arms high. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. And then fold forward, wrapping arms overhead. You can separate your feet, hip width apart or wider. If this is too tight for your shoulders, you can also separate your hands by holding something between them. Let's release the arms all the way down. Bend the knees, lower the hips, and come into a squat, Malasana. If your heels don't easily come to the floor, you might turn your toes out or widen your stance. And you're welcome to use props to have this work better for you, sitting on something or sliding something under the heels. We'll bring hands to prayer position, opening up the knees by pressing the elbows into the knees. Roll your shoulders back and down. We'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha, same as the Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom and connecting that to the top, feeling the full length and space of your torso, your spine. And then release. Let's come back to a forward fold. Turn the feet back to parallel. Take any arm position you like here. Could grab your big toes, could take a handful of your hair and pull your head towards the floor. Could give your own neck and shoulders a little squeeze. And then if you like, you can take a little step back from the front of the mat to try crow. If you don't want to do crow today, you can stay in your forward fold or come back down to your squat. If you're trying it, place your hands shoulder width apart, knees somewhere to the upper arms. Shift your weight forward. You don't have to have all the weight into the hands. I'm just going in that direction. If your feet do become weightless, try lifting them up. Wherever you are, can you relax your face? Can you slow down your breath? If your feet were up, drop them down. Let's try stand hand as a little counter stretch. If you're able, slide your hands under your feet, Padahastasana. Toes up to the wrists. You can push into the toes to massage the pads of the hands. And then we'll make our way back to down dog. If you want to take crow again, you're welcome to take one more. You might even work on hopping out of crow. You could also just step back to down dog or take a regular vinyasa to get back. Just feeling whatever you're choosing to do. From down dog, when you're ready, right leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Let's come into a twist here, left elbow across. Work the palms towards the center of the chest. If you would prefer to do this as a low lunge, you could drop the back knee. If there's a different arm position you want to take, find how this works for you right now. Last breath here. Let's release. Hands to the floor. Step up. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. If it's difficult to reach the floor, you might bend your supporting leg or grab a block or a prop for your hand. Going in the directions you know to go in, meeting your limits, meeting your edge, and then seeing if there can be some sense of surrender and ease here, just like this. Last breath. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Feel what you're doing. Take the time you need. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Come into a twist. Right elbow across, or whatever variation you took on the other side. Last breath here. Release. Hands to the floor. Step up. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Doing your best, given what you understand and are able to do. You can't do more than that. This is an embodied reminder of separating intention from results, just doing what you know to do and then letting it be like it is, however it is. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. We're trying to surrender each moment, so these rests where we make it easier can be so useful. Let's come to a position where it's easy to let go. It's like deepening a groove that makes it easier to slip into through repetition. And come back through down dog. Let's come all the way through to sitting, all the way back onto your back. Bring your knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees. Feel what's touching the floor, releasing the sacrum, the lower back, back of the hips into the floor. And then drop your feet to the floor and we'll get set up for a couple back bends. Before we come into them, let's start from ease. Feet hip width apart, parallel. And then relax. Relax your face, your shoulders, your hands. Everything letting go. Begin to push your feet into the floor. Feel how that lightens the hips, and then keep going, lifting the hips as high as you can. Once your hips are high enough, you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Just kind of rock side to side to shift your shoulders underneath you a bit more. Lifting your hips as high as you can. And then can you, with all the effort of being in this shape, find that same ease, that same surrender that you might have in child's pose or savasana? You can take your arms out of your way, roll down, and rest. And we'll take a few more back bends. You can choose how many. You can choose which ones and how long you stay in each one. So rest here until you feel like coming up again. If you feel like coming up again, any back bend, bridge, what we just did, half wheel, full wheel, supported bridge, supported fish. You could do something totally different. Just feeling what you're doing, staying as long or short as you like. Each time the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And then rest until you feel like coming up again. Whether you're back bending, transitioning, or resting, feeling what you're doing. If you're still back bending, take the time you need to feel complete. If you're done, move on to a counter stretch. So I'll suggest happy baby, but if there's something else you would prefer, feel free to take a forward fold, knees to chest, or something else. In Happy Baby, you can press your feet towards the floor, knees towards the floor. This might be in stillness or with any movement. You can keep your legs bent or straighten them one at a time or together. We are moving towards the end of class. I'll continue to offer suggestions, but if there's some other way that you want to finish things up, you are more than welcome to do what feels right for you. So the next thing I'll suggest are some hip and leg stretches. If you'd like to join me, drop your feet to the floor. Cross your right ankle above your left knee, reach your hands through, grab the left leg, hug it in as close as you can. Spreading the lower back, dropping the shoulders, dropping the chin. To release, drop the left foot to the floor, straighten the right leg up, flex and point your right foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then release and switch. Left ankle crosses above the right knee. Reach your hands through, grab the right leg, hug it in. You might imagine the whole back of your torso spreading, melting. To release, drop the right foot to the floor, straighten the left leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then drop this straight left leg along the floor, bring your right knee to your chest, and then take it across for a spinal twist. And you might explore within this twist with movement, with touch, doing it in the way that feels useful for you. You can release and switch. Bring your left knee in, drop the right leg long. Take the left knee across. And come back onto your back one more time, knees in, little circle or rock. And I'm going to finish with a little self-facial massage. So if you would like to join me for that, take the next few moments to get your body ready. You might put on extra clothing, you may grab props, and you can come into Shavasana or any restorative pose. So it could be legs up the wall, could be supported bridge, supported fish, soles of the feet together with the knees open, really any symmetrical position where you can relax. And again, if there's a different way you want to wind things down, please do whatever feels right for you. If you want to join me for the facial massage, you can begin by rubbing the palms together, getting some heat and energy in the hands. And then place your palms over your eyes, sealing out the light, encouraging your eyes to not only close, but really relax back. Keeping eyes closed and relaxed. You can bring fingertips to the center of the forehead and rub from the center to the temples. And then keep coming back to the center and spreading towards the sides of the face. You might use your fingertips or thumbs. Good firm pressure. If you find a tender spot, you could hold it with steady pressure, little circles. And then bring your fingertips or thumbs to the sinus area on either side of the nose, pressing and spreading. You can work your way along your cheekbone, following it until you get to the side of the face where your jaw connects to your skull. Finding that hinge joint just under your ear. You might open and close your mouth a few times, feeling how it works. Feeling for tender, tight places around your jaw. Could give the earlobes a squeeze or pull. Working your way along your jawline to your chin. Give your chin a little pinch or press. And then take the heels of the hands and make a few big circles into your cheeks, massaging the cheeks into the cheekbones and teeth. You can go back over any area that needed a little extra work. Could also give your scalp a rub like a dry shampoo. Might give your neck and shoulders a squeeze. When you're done, smooth over the face. Imagine you just washed your face and you're wiping away the water, wiping away any last bit of tension. You can shake it out of your hands. You might finish with a little rub for your own forearms or hands after that. And just check in with the rest of your body. Is there anything else that's needed to adjust, or any way that you could be more comfortable before we let go into Shavasana? Eventually settling into stillness. Letting go of the control of your breath. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. You might let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that could extend far and wide, maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.